I have another one.
You took these pictures in Vietnam.
This is a work that I've been working on for maybe 7 or 8 years, and I've been taking photos of thongs in a whole number of different countries, and I sort of completed it and exhibited it here because I really liked the connection between between sort of a lot of these places in Southeast Asia and Darwin with the wearing of thongs. I've been documenting these thongs over a number of years, and I sort of see them as both a connection and as a point of difference between Australia and Southeast Asia. The thong being this sort of point of similarity, sort of all this national footwear in Northern Territory, and it's also very common in Southeast Asia. But the sort of point of difference being that these ones are provided in hotels as toilet slippers, so you wear them in the bathroom, which is culturally something different to here. And I love the fact that the little cuts and nicks in them are from the hotel, like taking chunks out of them so you don't steal them, because if you're walking around on the street with these sort of weird cuts out of them, it's like you're wearing hotel toilet. So they like take little
like a mark of shame.
Yeah, so it's like they're marking it, they like take a little chunk out of it so that you don't steal them, I think, which I think gives it an extra sort of added interest, and also an extra sort of an extra texture, and also an extra point of difference between that sort of type of footwear here and in Southeast Asia. And I photographed them on the tiles of the hotels that I found them, and I found that a lot of the tiles often were sort of indicative of the cultures of those areas. A lot of things like this was in Phuket in Thailand, which was referencing the Islamic culture that was there for a time, and some of those other ones, not all of them, but often it had sort of like patterns that were sort of representative of that area. Like I'd go to a temple or a palace or something in that area, and you'd see those kinds of patterns and things in the tiles, and then you'd see it in the hotels you were staying in. So I like that sort of sense of place. And then of course this has this as it's displayed here has this nice extra added history of the tiles falling off the wall here, and I sort of reassembled the broken ones onto the...
So this is the complete... That was up the other night?
Yeah, well it's only one set, because I thought otherwise I would have had to have 2 shelves, and that's difficult to look at.
Why display at this height and not on the floor, for example?
Well, I think on the floor is too obvious. Yeah, they're tiles and feet, and you put them on the floor. And the other thing is that I found that if you put them down on the ground and you looked at them in comparison to your feet, because of the scale, they look a bit odd, because they're actually not to scale. They're slightly small. If you put them this way, you don't sort of get that comparison, which I think throws it out.
But I guess it also acts to emphasise that it is an art object.
It does, and and one of the reasons I had it originally displayed up that way was because, I put them onto ceramic tiles, one, because they were photographed on ceramic tiles and I liked that connection, but also because I'd been looking for years and years for somewhere that printed onto ceramic tiles, and I was beginning of this year in Taiwan, and there I found a place that printed onto ceramic tiles. And one of the reasons that they had that facility in Taiwan is because a lot of people there will print photographs onto ceramic tiles to make it part of their family shrine. So they'll print like images of maybe their dead grandparents, or perhaps often people had photos of their children graduating, and they printed onto ceramic tiles as a form of memorial, and then display it as part of a family shrine. So I like that connection as well.
I think it's amazing how beautiful they are, considering it's the cheapest shoe on earth and toilet tiles. Yet you raise it up and you use such beautiful colours, and that they really become like accessories, or beautiful little ornaments.
These are. I'm glad you noticed that. Thank you. These are like selected from hundreds of photos in Connacht. So I've been doing it for a number of years and just selected the number ones that really did have a really nice aesthetic presence in the, because it's not always that you're going to get blue and pink thongs on a nice sort of brown ceramic thing. It's not always
The palm.
yeah, I know the palm is just nicely worn, beautiful.
Does it connect you to when you're in those places? Like,
yes,
do you know
yeah.
straight away where you
Yeah,
were?
yeah. I remember the places and towns where these were taken.
And these were the tiles in the hotel? They were the
Yes, in the hotel. Not always. Sometimes in the bathroom. I think I can think offhand that one and that one were in the bathroom of the hotel. But sometimes in the foyer or out the front on the pavement, where I'd have to
You
go
were
out.
seen to be knitting the...
Yeah, I had to, exactly. I had to go out with the thongs that you're not supposed to steal because they've cut them, and put them out on the front and photograph, and then run back with them.
Such good photograph.
Thanks.
And do you have a favourite?
I'd probably say no. Again, I like working in sort of series, so I really see it as this as one work.
Favourites?
Yeah.
Chose from all the
Yeah, rather as a number of separate ones. This is one sort of piece, and they all make up the whole piece together. So none of them are individually a favourite. I just think of this as the entire work.
Get a bit of the body parts missing feeling with the chunks out.
Yes,
you feel
yeah.
physically.
Yes,
I didn't know that story about why.
I know it was interesting when I started doing this, and over a lot of the years that I was doing this, I was very interested in and was making other work about different body shapes and different body forms, and clothing that was made specifically for people with missing limbs, and I did a whole series of works in Vietnam about clothing for people affected by thalidomide. So I was kind of interested in those sort of clothing and things that were made for different body types. So that sort of fitted in nicely too. Any other questions?